Kings and Queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and appreciated. So today I want us to do a little bit of something in the maps, okay? Something in the maps about the continent of Africa. You know, when I keep saying this, that Africa have been plundered for a very long time, and even in the midst of those plundering that different races of the world have done to her, her mineral resources and all that she have in her never runs dry, and it will never go dry. Do you know the reason why? Because Africa is the mother. Africa is the mother that feeds the world. It is Africa that feeds the world. Okay, whatever the whole world have today, there is no continent in the world that can boast, okay, about their technology, about how far they've developed, without the African continent contributing to her growth. There is no country around the world that will boast and say, okay, we have become this advanced and developed all thanks to ourselves and what we have in us. No, there is no country in the world that can do that. Because every country in the world that is succeeding today and that is growing today had something to do with coming to the motherland and taking out. Coming to the motherland and taking out, either by stealing or by paying some little amount of money to get some raw materials. Most of the times, not just the materials alone, they go with the manpower, they go with our people to develop this, develop themselves. Okay, so when you hear in the Bible the God of Ophir, the God of Ophir, you know when oh my goodness. Now, Solomon and his connection with riches has a connection with the motherland. There is no way you talk about the richest man in the world or the richest men who have lived before and have gone before us. There's no way you talk about them and you would talk about their connection to Africa. There is no way. Because it is here that we have everything in surplus. Now, when you read the Sumerian text and some tablets, you discover that when the heavenly beings came down, the Anunnakis, you can use any word to term them, when they came to search for gold, they didn't go to any other part of the world in search for gold, because they needed gold to repair something in their planet, and then they came down to a lower planet called Earth. They came in search of gold. They didn't go to any other region around the world, but they came to Africa. They didn't go to any other region around the world, but they came to Africa. And that's why I want us to look into something that is captured in the Bible. Okay? I keep telling you that in as much as the Bible is a tool of control, as religion is, in as much as they've done everything possible to manipulate text and everything, there are things that are hidden in plain sight for you. I'm referring to the Bible because that's what almost everybody are okay with, right? Now, when you talk about the God of Ophir in the book of Psalms, I want us to go through that before I bring to you this map. All right. Now, if you check the book of Psalm chapter 45 verses 9, I read, "Daughters of kings are among your ladies of honor. At your right hand stands the queen in gold of Ophir. At your right hand stands the queen in gold of Ophir." Okay? Or some other versions will tell you, "Daughters of kings are among your honored women. At your right hand is the royal bride in gold of Ophir." So gold of Ophir in those ancient times is a renowned. Now, when you talk about gold, when you talk about gold being surplus, you talk about quality gold. When you talk about where gold originates from, you talk about Ophir. So in those times, immediately people hear the gold of Ophir, you know, okay, this is the real thing, because this is where it comes from. This is where it comes from. This is the real thing. And where is that location? There are people that will tell you it's in the Middle East. But when you look at this map from 1754 by Gabriel Ramirez, map from 1754 by Gabriel Ramirez, you discover that Ophir is in the motherland. Okay? I hope as I'm zooming in, you're getting to see. That's Ophir down there, Your Majesties. That's Ophir down there. And again, I want us to get through this. Now, if you want to get this map, it's around $230. Some places they'll tell you $160 to get this map, right? Now, I want to draw your mind to something. Here, for your consideration, is a Gabriel Ramirez map of Africa and the biblical treasure city of Ophir. Ophir is a treasured city that have been existing and it keeps existing. Sometimes attention is being drawn to places. I keep telling you, replica of places. What do you call it? Replicate places. And that's why they'll come to Africa and uproot things and take it out. And then give some 5-10 years, they'll tell you, oh, the city of what have been discovered. Why do you think that they come in, they uproot our trees from the roots? They don't come get seeds to go plant. They uproot it from the roots. Why do you think that they come in and discover the caves and all these things in the name of, what do you call them? They are tourists. They come in as tourists. They discover all these hidden places and then evacuate everything that is there and take it out. And then they tell you it's nothing of interest that is in that cave. It's nothing of interest that is there. After evacuating, they take it out, they recreate and tell you, oh, they'll send one of their mainstream media agents. Oh, we have discovered this in this angle now. This is what was written in the Bible. You know, they're always emphasizing on the Bible because that's what will capture people. And that's why I want us to listen to it here. At least now we know that, okay, the Bible have talked about the city of Ophir where lots of gold are in. Okay? And again, Solomon got ivory, Solomon got gold, Solomon got other treasures from this same from this same city of Ophir. There are lots of treasures in the city of Ophir which Solomon have a direct contact with. Solomon have a direct connection with. When you talk about Solomon being rich, he is rich because he had a connection with the continent and he was using what he has at his grasp. He was taking advantage of it. So let's continue. Here, for your consideration, is a Gabriel Ramirez map of Africa, that which I've showed you, and the biblical city, treasure city of Ophir, along with a map of ancient Greece. Professionally framed, single-mated in a slightly textured of white mats and gold border. The left portion of the map covers the entire continent of Africa, with adjacent parts of Europe and Arabia. The left side of the map identifies the biblical port of Ophir, associated with the legends of King Solomon. Legends of King Solomon. Okay. Ophir was said to be kingdom of limitless wealth, from which Solomon collected the gold needed to construct the first temple. Your Majesties, are you hearing? I'll go back again. Ophir is said to be a kingdom of limitless wealth, from which Solomon collected the gold needed to construct the first temple of Jerusalem. The bottom of the map illustrates natives loading boats with shovels and other tools. And there is no coincidence, because it is in these regions that we have surplus of gold in the motherland. Mind you, there are golds everywhere in every country in the motherland. But the surplus of gold that the Anunnakis came down, like that's why I say when you read through the ancient text, the surplus of gold that the Anunnakis came down to harvest is from this same region that the city of Ophir is sitting. And the legends of Solomon, with the wealth that he accumulated and everything he got, you heard. The gold he used in building the temple in Jerusalem was gold from Ophir. So, who is that person taking out our story and creating it into some legends and trying to fit it to some people's society? So if the kingdom of Ophir is here in the continent, and Solomon has a connection with this kingdom, the legendary Solomon have a connection with this city. So you want to tell me that He had to cross some waters all the time to come get this gold and use it from some far place. This goes further to explain to us that all these stories that are in the Bible, in the holy text, are stories that they have plagiarized. I keep saying this, most of you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it at all, to say, okay, they took our stories and plagiarized it, they messed it up to fit some narratives so that they can control us. Most of you don't like it. You don't like it. Someone took our stories, change the names, create some things to fit in. Majesties, there is no region around the world that have surplus of gold like the motherland. There is no region. Like I told you, when the Anunnakis came, they didn't go to any region to search of gold. They came to the motherland. They know that this is the region because this is the origin of life. This is where everything is in surplus. This is a region that gives food to the world. This is a region that gives strength to the world. This is a region that civilized the world. All that the world have today and they boast of it, all came from the motherland. So I felt like showing this to you. I think I've talked too much. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always, majesties. And some of you feel like, how did Gabriel Ramirez create this map? Is he not a Caucasian? Do you think that most of the time these maps that are created are just created out of the blue? They have something that directed them into creating this map. There was something original. There was something that Gabriel created this map from. And that thing is our own. Yeah, because some people will be like, this is a white person that created this map. How sure are you it is the truth? Before they created the map, something led them into creating this map. How sure are you nothing was existing like that map before he just took it and then revamped it? Bye for now.